It is interesting, actually, that you mentioned Israelis. Do we have any Israelis in tonight? No Israelis in tonight. Okay, interesting. All right, okay. When we did do a gig in Pi, it did seem that every other person we said, would you come to the comedy gig, was Israeli. And none of them came at all, which is a shame. Like, you know, they were all occupied. So there's another occupation joke. But like, there was a lot of Israeli life coaches. Well, you got to ask yourself, do you really want to take like advice from someone who's really an anti-life coach? Really, aren't they at the moment? So there we go, a bit of politics for you there. So I'm going to keep moving from politics to something which is downright bizarre. Now, we've just heard about mosquitoes and their genitalia. I really don't want to think about what we're going to hear about next, but we're going to hear anyway. Ladies and gents, our next comedian comes from the wild shores of Canada. He's been doing comedy for a little while now, and he's possibly one of the most bizarre individuals that I've ever met outside of like a mental health scenario. Ladies and gents, can you please put it together for Jody from Canada?
Woo!
All right, how we doing? I also have a bit of a new material. Let me just break this down. So essentially, at the end of 2024, Pornhub, the website, went through all of the states in America and figured out what was their most searched for porn, nice catch, for porn category. Okay, you ready? We're gonna go on a bit of a journey here. So, it was fun as fuck, man. I had an absolute blast researching this. So, first state up is Oregon. Oregon's favorite porn category is furry porn. Exactly. What the fuck is furry porn? Whoa, some Googling I did today. We're talking images, fan fiction, videos, animated. It includes adult, children, and animals. We are talking about Pokemon or Sonic the Hedgehog, and you're masturbating to it. Yes, it's true. It's Bambi, but Bambi's not just gonna... Bambi is to be fucked, not just fucked. No Disney fans here. Okay, no Disney fans. All right, interesting. So the question is this a new concept? Is this a new phenomenon? Or is this back in the past for a long time? So let's be honest. Back in the past, if you were a pedophile, you would become a priest. And if you're into furry, you'd probably become a veterinarian or a zookeeper. Watch those gorillas fuck all day long. All right, so let's move on. Next state. Top choice for Washington is milking. Now, this is not tied to furry porn, so get the images of cows out of your heads. Milking? No. Milking is massaging the prostate gland through the anus to facilitate ejaculation. This is called the male G-spot. Now, if the clitoris is so hard to find and it's out in the open, the male G-spot is like a small quest to Middle Earth. All right, nobody's ever heard of the male G-spot. Okay, interesting. Wyoming's top choice is homegrown or amateur porn. So essentially, once again, new material. So the fact that this state's education outcomes are number 24 tells me that homegrown or amateur porn is the most viewed, most filmed, and it's also filmed in-house. We're talking stepsister, stepbrother, mother, father, coupling with amateur porn. All right, okay, that's not going anywhere. Okay, my next one is my favorite. Missouri's favorite is granny porn. Exactly. So you're watching grandma, like old people have sex, right? So where does this come from? I had to Google it, I didn't understand it. Where does this come from? Every male has like a dream of like catching a cougar or a MILF. And what is a MILF? Mother I'd like to fuck. So what are you talking about here? GILF. There you go. The grandfather, I didn't explain this before. If you explain that to grandfather, the shocked grandfather would actually get behind that. All right, last one. New Hampshire, where I have some Trump-loving relatives. Their favorite category is anime porn. Exactly. So if you don't know what it is, you're not part of that movement. It's the cleaning out of the ass for licking and anal sex, etc. Anyway, all right, let's go. This is close to milking, as it does facilitate the prostate gland. But if you're gonna get into anime porn, you better have a bathtub or a plastic sheet, because this shit can get messy real quick. All right, that's the last one. Maine, vacation land. Maine's favorite porn category is the hairy bush. Yes. So they're going back to old naturel, right? Think about this. The hairy bush in the West is like a mini afro. The curls, the perm. No. And in the East, the pubic hairs are straight as an arrow. And if you're not careful, you could take a fucking eye out. Last part, what's it? All go down guys and lesbians get that joke. Get it? Thank you very much, everyone.
I was just watching this couple here go, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, they were just like, what the fuck is going on? What have we walked into? I apologize. I couldn't put, it's kind of, yeah. I mean, it's kind of interesting. He is an interesting guy. I just thought of a good gorilla porn movie name for you, mate. Like maybe Gorillas in the Mist. I don't know. Okay, fuck you. I love the way that Jody says clitoris. He says clitoris. Clitoris. It makes it sound like a Southern United States dance, doesn't it? Like, you know, we will dance the cotillon and then we will dance the clitoris. Like, you know, it's a yeah. And we got an Aussie in, of course. Like that. Did you hear about this big row that's been going on, Mr. Aussie? Like in Australia, about people like pitching tents on the beaches. Your Prime Minister's got really fucking angry about it. Did you hear about this? Apparently, like all of the people in Australia have been up in arms about it on social media because, like, so these people have been like putting tents up on beaches. Do they do that a lot in Australia?